Práctica diaria de inglés. Escucha, habla y mejora tus habilidades. Comienza a practicar.
I bite my nails when I'm nervous. I bite my nails when I'm nervous.
Me muerdo las uñas cuando estoy nervioso.
I bite my nails when I'm nervous. I bite my nails when I'm nervous. He always interrupts people when they talk. He always interrupts people when they talk.
Siempre interrumpe a la gente cuando habla.
He always interrupts people when they talk. He always interrupts people when they talk. She smokes too much. She smokes too much.
Ella fuma demasiado.
She smokes too much. She smokes too much. They stay up too late every night. They stay up too late every night.
Se acuestan demasiado tarde todas las noches.
They stay up too late every night. They stay up too late every night. I can't stop eating junk food. I can't stop eating junk food.
No puedo dejar de comer comida basura.
I can't stop eating junk food. I can't stop eating junk food. He never exercises. He never exercises.
Él nunca hace ejercicio.
He never exercises. He never exercises. She always forgets to call back. She always forgets to call back.
Ella siempre se olvida de devolver la llamada.
She always forgets to call back. She always forgets to call back. I leave things until the last minute. I leave things until the last minute.
Dejo las cosas para el último momento.
I leave things until the last minute. I leave things until the last minute. He watches too much TV. He watches too much TV.
Él ve demasiada televisión.
He watches too much TV. He watches too much TV. She spends too much time on her phone. She spends too much time on her phone.
Ella pasa demasiado tiempo con el móvil.
She spends too much time on her phone. She spends too much time on her phone. I skip breakfast often. I skip breakfast often.
A menudo me salto el desayuno.
I skip breakfast often. I skip breakfast often. He drinks too much soda. He drinks too much soda.
Él bebe demasiados refrescos.
He drinks too much soda. He drinks too much soda. She always loses her keys. She always loses her keys.
Ella siempre pierde las llaves.
She always loses her keys. She always loses her keys. I check my phone during conversations. I check my phone during conversations.
Miro el móvil durante las conversaciones.
I check my phone during conversations. I check my phone during conversations. He speaks without thinking. He speaks without thinking.
Él habla sin pensar.
He speaks without thinking. He speaks without thinking. She shops even when she doesn't need anything. She shops even when she doesn't need anything.
Ella compra incluso cuando no necesita nada.
She shops even when she doesn't need anything. She shops even when she doesn't need anything. I leave dirty dishes in the sink. I leave dirty dishes in the sink.
Dejo los platos sucios en el fregadero.
I leave dirty dishes in the sink. I leave dirty dishes in the sink. He doesn't brush his teeth before bed. He doesn't brush his teeth before bed.
Él no se cepilla los dientes antes de dormir.
He doesn't brush his teeth before bed. He doesn't brush his teeth before bed. She sleeps with the lights on. She sleeps with the lights on.
Ella duerme con las luces encendidas.
She sleeps with the lights on. She sleeps with the lights on. I always run late. I always run late.
Siempre llego tarde.
I always run late. I always run late. He never finishes what he starts. He never finishes what he starts.
Él nunca termina lo que empieza.
He never finishes what he starts. He never finishes what he starts. She eats when she's bored. She eats when she's bored.
Ella come cuando está aburrida.
She eats when she's bored. She eats when she's bored. I complain too much. I complain too much.
Me quejo demasiado.
I complain too much. I complain too much. He talks loudly in public. He talks loudly in public.
Él habla muy alto en público.
He talks loudly in public. He talks loudly in public. She uses her phone while driving. She uses her phone while driving.
Ella usa el móvil mientras conduce.
She uses her phone while driving. She uses her phone while driving. I eat too fast. I eat too fast.
Como demasiado rápido.
I eat too fast. I eat too fast. He never listens to advice. He never listens to advice.
Él nunca escucha los consejos.
He never listens to advice. He never listens to advice. She forgets important dates. She forgets important dates.
Ella olvida fechas importantes.
She forgets important dates. She forgets important dates. I don't drink enough water. I don't drink enough water.
No bebo suficiente agua.
I don't drink enough water. I don't drink enough water. He lies to avoid trouble. He lies to avoid trouble.
Él miente para evitar problemas.
He lies to avoid trouble. He lies to avoid trouble. She always blames others. She always blames others.
Ella siempre culpa a los demás.
She always blames others. She always blames others. I chew with my mouth open. I chew with my mouth open.
Mastico con la boca abierta.
I chew with my mouth open. I chew with my mouth open. He doesn't return borrowed things. He doesn't return borrowed things.
Él no devuelve las cosas que toma prestadas.
He doesn't return borrowed things. He doesn't return borrowed things. She procrastinates everything. She procrastinates everything.
Ella lo pospone todo.
She procrastinates everything. She procrastinates everything. I stay in bed all day on weekends. I stay in bed all day on weekends.
Me quedo en la cama todo el día los fines de semana.
I stay in bed all day on weekends. I stay in bed all day on weekends. He ignores messages. He ignores messages.
Él ignora los mensajes.
He ignores messages. He ignores messages. She gossips too much. She gossips too much.
Ella cotillea demasiado.
She gossips too much. She gossips too much. I leave my clothes on the floor. I leave my clothes on the floor.
Dejo mi ropa en el suelo.
I leave my clothes on the floor. I leave my clothes on the floor. He never cleans up after himself. He never cleans up after himself.
Él nunca limpia lo que ensucia.
He never cleans up after himself. He never cleans up after himself. She talks during movies. She talks during movies.
Ella habla durante las películas.
She talks during movies. She talks during movies. I don't get enough sleep. I don't get enough sleep.
No duermo lo suficiente.
I don't get enough sleep. I don't get enough sleep. He eats in bed. He eats in bed.
Él come en la cama.
He eats in bed. He eats in bed. She interrupts people's stories. She interrupts people's stories.
Ella interrumpe las historias de los demás.
She interrupts people's stories. She interrupts people's stories. I forget to say thank you. I forget to say thank you.
Olvido decir gracias.
I forget to say thank you. I forget to say thank you. He curses too much. He curses too much.
Él dice demasiadas palabrotas.
He curses too much. He curses too much. She sings loudly in the shower. She sings loudly in the shower.
Ella canta muy alto en la ducha.
She sings loudly in the shower. She sings loudly in the shower. I forget people's names easily. I forget people's names easily.
Olvido los nombres de las personas fácilmente.
I forget people's names easily. I forget people's names easily. He checks his phone during meals. He checks his phone during meals.
Él mira el móvil durante las comidas.
He checks his phone during meals. He checks his phone during meals. She always argues. She always argues.
Ella siempre discute.
She always argues. She always argues. I tap my foot when I'm bored. I tap my foot when I'm bored.
Golpeo el pie cuando estoy aburrido.
I tap my foot when I'm bored. I tap my foot when I'm bored. He bites his pen caps. He bites his pen caps.
Él muerde las tapas de los bolígrafos.
He bites his pen caps. He bites his pen caps. She forgets to lock the door. She forgets to lock the door.
Ella olvida cerrar la puerta con llave.
She forgets to lock the door. She forgets to lock the door. I leave the lights on when I leave. I leave the lights on when I leave.
Dejo las luces encendidas cuando me voy.
I leave the lights on when I leave. I leave the lights on when I leave. He uses too many plastic bags. He uses too many plastic bags.
Él usa demasiadas bolsas de plástico.
He uses too many plastic bags. He uses too many plastic bags. She doesn't recycle. She doesn't recycle.
Ella no recicla.
She doesn't recycle. She doesn't recycle. I spend too much money online. I spend too much money online.
Gasto demasiado dinero en Internet.
I spend too much money online. I spend too much money online. He leaves the toilet seat up. He leaves the toilet seat up.
Él deja la tapa del váter levantada.
He leaves the toilet seat up. He leaves the toilet seat up. She is always on social media. She is always on social media.
Ella siempre está en las redes sociales.
She is always on social media. She is always on social media. I eat in front of the TV. I eat in front of the TV.
Como frente al televisor.
I eat in front of the TV. I eat in front of the TV. He doesn't cover his mouth when he coughs. He doesn't cover his mouth when he coughs.
Él no se tapa la boca al toser.
He doesn't cover his mouth when he coughs. He doesn't cover his mouth when he coughs. She talks too much about herself. She talks too much about herself.
Ella habla demasiado de sí misma.
She talks too much about herself. She talks too much about herself. I avoid going to the doctor. I avoid going to the doctor.
Evito ir al médico.
I avoid going to the doctor. I avoid going to the doctor. He never says sorry. He never says sorry.
Él nunca pide perdón.
He never says sorry. He never says sorry. She always changes the subject. She always changes the subject.
Ella siempre cambia de tema.
She always changes the subject. She always changes the subject. I get distracted easily. I get distracted easily.
Me distraigo fácilmente.
I get distracted easily. I get distracted easily. He never replies to emails. He never replies to emails.
Él nunca responde a los correos.
He never replies to emails. He never replies to emails. She uses her phone in the bathroom. She uses her phone in the bathroom.
Ella usa el móvil en el baño.
She uses her phone in the bathroom. She uses her phone in the bathroom. I eat late at night. I eat late at night.
Como tarde por la noche.
I eat late at night. I eat late at night. He forgets to do his homework. He forgets to do his homework.
Él olvida hacer los deberes.
He forgets to do his homework. He forgets to do his homework. She picks her nose. She picks her nose.
Ella se hurga la nariz.
She picks her nose. She picks her nose. I leave the fridge door open. I leave the fridge door open.
Dejo la puerta de la nevera abierta.
I leave the fridge door open. I leave the fridge door open. He never washes his hands. He never washes his hands.
Él nunca se lava las manos.
He never washes his hands. He never washes his hands. She doesn't say please. She doesn't say please.
Ella no dice por favor.
She doesn't say please. She doesn't say please. I slouch when I sit. I slouch when I sit.
Me encorvo cuando me siento.
I slouch when I sit. I slouch when I sit. He clicks his pen during class. He clicks his pen during class.
Él hace clic con el bolígrafo durante la clase.
He clicks his pen during class. He clicks his pen during class. She always asks for favors. She always asks for favors.
Ella siempre pide favores.
She always asks for favors. She always asks for favors. I don't fold my laundry. I don't fold my laundry.
No doblo mi ropa.
I don't fold my laundry. I don't fold my laundry. He watches videos during work. He watches videos during work.
Él ve vídeos durante el trabajo.
He watches videos during work. He watches videos during work. She talks with food in her mouth. She talks with food in her mouth.
Ella habla con la boca llena.
She talks with food in her mouth. She talks with food in her mouth. I spend hours scrolling online. I spend hours scrolling online.
Paso horas haciendo scroll en internet.
I spend hours scrolling online. I spend hours scrolling online. He never pays on time. He never pays on time.
Él nunca paga a tiempo.
He never pays on time. He never pays on time. She always cuts in line. She always cuts in line.
Ella siempre se cuela en la fila.
She always cuts in line. She always cuts in line. I mumble when I talk. I mumble when I talk.
Murmuro cuando hablo.
I mumble when I talk. I mumble when I talk. He borrows and never returns. He borrows and never returns.
Él toma cosas prestadas y nunca las devuelve.
He borrows and never returns. He borrows and never returns. She forgets to feed the pets. She forgets to feed the pets.
Ella olvida alimentar a las mascotas.
She forgets to feed the pets. She forgets to feed the pets. I overeat at dinner. I overeat at dinner.
Como demasiado en la cena.
I overeat at dinner. I overeat at dinner. He drives too fast. He drives too fast.
Él conduce demasiado rápido.
He drives too fast. He drives too fast. She ignores warning signs. She ignores warning signs.
Ella ignora las señales de advertencia.
She ignores warning signs. She ignores warning signs. I leave the cap off the toothpaste. I leave the cap off the toothpaste.
Dejo el tapón de la pasta de dientes sin poner.
I leave the cap off the toothpaste. I leave the cap off the toothpaste. He doesn't answer calls. He doesn't answer calls.
Él no contesta las llamadas.
He doesn't answer calls. He doesn't answer calls. She blames others for her mistakes. She blames others for her mistakes.
Ella culpa a los demás por sus errores.
She blames others for her mistakes. She blames others for her mistakes. I talk too much when I'm nervous. I talk too much when I'm nervous.
Hablo demasiado cuando estoy nervioso.
I talk too much when I'm nervous. I talk too much when I'm nervous. He doesn't listen to instructions. He doesn't listen to instructions.
Él no escucha las instrucciones.
He doesn't listen to instructions. He doesn't listen to instructions. She leaves food out overnight. She leaves food out overnight.
Ella deja la comida fuera toda la noche.
She leaves food out overnight. She leaves food out overnight. I use too much salt. I use too much salt.
Uso demasiada sal.
I use too much salt. I use too much salt. He never says thank you. He never says thank you.
Él nunca da las gracias.
He never says thank you. He never says thank you. She always wants the last word. She always wants the last word.
Ella siempre quiere tener la última palabra.
She always wants the last word. She always wants the last word. I forget to water the plants. I forget to water the plants.
Olvido regar las plantas.
I forget to water the plants. I forget to water the plants. He skips his appointments. He skips his appointments.
Él se salta sus citas.
He skips his appointments. He skips his appointments. She never checks her schedule. She never checks her schedule.
Ella nunca revisa su agenda.
She never checks her schedule. She never checks her schedule. I talk to myself in public. I talk to myself in public.
Hablo solo en público.
I talk to myself in public. I talk to myself in public. He eats other people's food. He eats other people's food.
Él come la comida de los demás.
He eats other people's food. He eats other people's food. She uses too much perfume. She uses too much perfume.
Ella usa demasiado perfume.
She uses too much perfume. She uses too much perfume. I don't clean my room. I don't clean my room.
No limpio mi habitación.
I don't clean my room. I don't clean my room. He takes things without asking. He takes things without asking.
Él toma cosas sin pedir permiso.
He takes things without asking. He takes things without asking. She always asks too many questions. She always asks too many questions.
Ella siempre hace demasiadas preguntas.
She always asks too many questions. She always asks too many questions. I keep hitting snooze in the morning. I keep hitting snooze in the morning.
Sigo posponiendo la alarma por la mañana.
I keep hitting snooze in the morning. I keep hitting snooze in the morning.
Gracias por ver. Suscríbete a nuestro canal y activa las notificaciones para obtener nuevos vídeos a tiempo y continuar tu viaje de aprendizaje de inglés.